Welcome back to the channel. We got a video by the CBS Austin. Guard says SIG P320 fired unexpectedly at USAA Guard Gate. Do I believe that his weapon just fired unexpectedly? Yes. Yes, I do. Why? I mean, it's a SIG P320. What can you expect at this point? Get subscribed, smash that like button down below, and you're in for a treat. Let's go.
This is Security Gate 4 at the USAA campus in San Antonio on March 18th, 2025. Watch closely as the security officer steps out of the guard station. Here it is again.
One of my coworkers, Chuck Soros, came out of the guard shack, and immediately as he exited the guard shack, his gun just went off.
Officer Chuck Searles' service pistol discharged. You can see the concrete explode as the bullet hits the sidewalk.
What was your first reaction?
Luckily, it didn't hit anyone's foot. Luckily, it was aimed just directly at the ground and not at anyone's feet or anything, but damn, I don't know why people are still carrying that thing. If it's your weapon for your job, kindly deny it. Seriously, at this point, there is enough evidence for you to go, boss, this thing could potentially fire on its own. I don't want to be the one receiving that randomly fired bullet because the gun is just poorly made.
Reaction to that?
We didn't know what happened. We thought
Matthew Gill was one of the security guards on duty that day.
my coworker had a burning sensation on his arm, and I had a burning sensation on my face. And when I pulled out whatever was there,
Got a little shrapnel?
it was a shrapnel.
Yep.
Gill says their USAA-issued service pistols are SIG Sauer P320s. He says
They need to be
Officer Searles'
changed.
P320 went off without a trigger pull.
They need to be
Searles said,
changed.
And my gun just went off, and he was like just freaking out, like hands up in the air, and we were just dumbfounded. We didn't know what to do.
Gill says he was warned about the SIG Sauer P320 because of a previous incident.
It was
There's
mentioned
been
to
a
me
few
when I
previous
first got on
incidents.
board, USA.
It's a very popular known issue with that weapon, and there's been several different gun channels on YouTube here that have covered it. Brandon Herrera, he literally was like, I repeatedly was able to make this shot, or to make this gun shoot itself just by a simple jiggle, jiggle, wiggle. And it's like, yeah, he manufactures weapons. He would know. You should have discovered that in any kind of testing at any stage. You put a weapon down, you have it sitting aimed down gun range, and you just have it chill there for a couple weeks. Maybe you pound on the table next to it to give it a little motion to see if it goes off or anything. But if there's nothing after a while, okay, you got a good weapon. But if it goes off, you can't fucking sell it.
That Officer Jones in 2021, his firearm went off and it shot him in the leg.
And Gill says there was a third incident over the summer.
That happened on September 26th on a Friday at the firing range. On the same day, they changed out their holsters.
Gill says he tried to raise alarm bells with USAA about the SIG Sauer P320 and the numerous reports of the P320 going off out of the blue. Over the last year, I have tracked 3 incidents in Texas where officers say their P320s went off without a trigger pull.
Yep.
One in LaGrange, Marble Falls, and Houston. Gill says USAA fired him for speaking out about the pistol. USAA didn't comment on Gill's employment, but they did give me a statement regarding the March incident and the incident under investigation at the shooting
Do
range.
you have something to say?
Saying, quote, "We have
Do you have something to say here? Yeah, okay. I thought so.
no greater priority than the safety of our employees," and went on to say 2 weapons that were unintentionally discharged were thoroughly assessed by the weapon manufacturer, a forensics lab, and USAA, and no evidence of a mechanical failure was found in either instance. I also contacted SIG Sauer. They told me SIG Sauer stands behind USAA's assertion that no mechanical failure was found with the P320. There was no
Shit.
indication of a weapon malfunction. SIG Sauer maintains that the P320 can only fire when the trigger is pulled.
That's a load of horse shit.
We will continue to support USAA in their mission to keep their employees safe and secure.
Then take the P320s out of their hands. That'll keep everyone there safe and secure. from their own weaponry.
I would say this is another case of a corporate entity like USAA taking the word of SIG or being kind of cajoled by SIG into determining that it was user error.
Attorney Jeff Bagnell says he saw the videos of the
It's not user error
from 2021 and 2025.
I think they both fired without a trigger pull. Having seen the videos, knowing the history of this gun, having litigated these cases for 10 years, it's highly unlikely that both of these officers, or all three of them, in fact, pulled the trigger while this gun was fully holstered.
And Bagnell says these unintended discharges keep happening.
We now know there's been over 400 incidents of the P320 discharging without a trigger pull around the country. I think we're in 46 states now. And that kind of geographic distribution, it's just not credible to claim that that's user error.
Bagnell says most of these incidents involve trained police officers who are experienced at handling weapons. Since I started covering these reports of uncommanded discharges, several police departments around Texas have pulled the SIG Sauer P320.
As all of them should.
They're afraid to speak up because they're afraid to be retaliated against.
Now, Gil hopes USAA replaces the P320 with a new service weapon, so his former colleagues at Gate 4 won't have to wonder if they're next.
Fix it. I mean, it's a good weapon, but it's faulty. There's a fault there somewhere.
Thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe.
Yeah, I guess that SIG just likes killing. I mean, seriously. That's the kind of weapon that really needs a little bit of adjusting. Whoops. I'm gonna... come here. But yeah, that's the kind of thing that really needs some adjustment. And there's so much out there that's like, hey, no, this thing absolutely needs to be fixed, to be edited. I mean, look at here. I'll just go back to 6 months ago. More than 6. Right. Yeah, SIG is gaslighting you. Here from Brandon Herrera. He literally did his own testing with the SIG P320 and a few times got it to go off. He's done several gun meme review videos on it. He had this one talking about Seth Rogen and his P320 that shot on its own. The weapon that actually killed a service member after he had just set the gun down on his table and it shot him. Like, there's so much here that's like, this weapon needs to go. By the way, sub to Brandon Herrera. Vote for him if you're in the 23rd Congressional Texas District. Anyways, I'm going to end this video here. You have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.